Warning, before you take any action, my friends, make sure you're doing these two things. If you don't do these two things, you are wasting time and effort. And my friends, it is time for you to stop feeling burnt out, stop wasting time and energy, and seriously get the results you want. Elizabeth Otis here with BLIVE, and here on this channel, we are all about creating a life of fulfillment through conscious creation. So if you're new here and you are about that life, make sure you smash the subscribe button with the bell notification. That way you are updated anytime I make a video upload for you guys. All right, so let's dive in because I'm gonna make this really short, fat, and juicy for y'all. Okay, so the two things are, number one, you want to make sure that your action, before you take any action, that it's inspired. And number two, you want to make sure that whatever action you put out, before you go into it, you want to make sure that you have a strong belief and certainty energy behind the action you're putting in. So say, for example, if you are going into action, and I understand if you're one of these people, so like no hate, don't feel bad, but just understand how damaging this is. If you go into any action, even though you're grinding your eyeballs out, you're like, I will do whatever it takes, but like predominantly you're still like worried in the back of your head, like what if this doesn't work out, or oh, I'm kind of bad at this, just anything low vibration and negative, anything that generates like a nasty, icky feeling in your body when you think about it. If you hold any of those emotions while you are putting in action, that energy literally bleeds into your results and yields that. It yields exactly that. And this is exactly why I always say it does not matter how hard you work, who you know, or what strategy you have, if the energy and programming behind you isn't in alignment with the results you want. This exact reason right here, working your eyeballs out like crazy, wasting time and effort, is why I even found out what the law of attraction is, why I even found out what neuro-linguistic programming is, or anything about this, because I personally was someone who was putting like 80 hours a week in and just barely making it by, like 80 hours a week, and just wasting so much time and effort. And it was because, number one, I had a lot of doubt and certainty. I was worried, like, oh my God, I really need to make a sale, or oh, I really need something big to happen. I was just really worried all the time. And so even though I was like, yeah, I'll do whatever, I'll study, I'll literally copy, I was doing all the right action, the energy behind my action just wasn't there. Even though I was like, yeah, I'll grind it out, I know I'll make it happen somehow, someday, eventually, soon, but there was no like certainty that it was going to happen right now. It was just more coming from I really want this to happen. And it doesn't matter how bad you want something, it matters how much in alignment you are vibrationally. So before you go into any action, you want to make sure that you have a strong belief system behind the action you're putting in. So I understand if you're someone who's put in a lot of effort before and hasn't yielded results, but now's the time to become delusional, if you may call it, and just be like, hey, this is a new reality for me. I'm now stepping into someone, and I'm choosing my destiny. I'm choosing to believe that whatever action I put out is going to yield results. It's going to yield results. You can develop some certainty and faith by knowing that whatever action you put in, even if it's not like the direct thing to give you exactly what you want, it's going to be a stepping stone to give you directly what you want, because you now are developing the energy behind, like, hey, I make stuff happen. This is true for me. I don't see this out of reach. The key is to really believe that you're worthy of it, that it can happen easily for you, and that you don't have to give up a lot of sacrifice. Like, yes, you do have to sometimes give up to go up, but remember, your brain is wired to do two things. It's meant to avoid pain and gain pleasure. So if you have any belief system that you have to like work really, really hard against what you want, and you don't enjoy, like, in order to get what you want, and you don't enjoy working really, really hard, like, you'll never get there, because your brain is always gonna like self-sabotage you. So you either need to find a way to love working really hard, or teach yourself that, hey, I don't need to work really hard. I can find a way to leverage. I can find a way to be more strategic, everything around that nature. So you want to make sure that your belief system is in alignment with that which you want, is in vibrational frequency of the person that is achieving everything you want. And you want to make sure that you are having certainty that it's going to yield results. Like, there's no doubt in your mind. Number two is you want to make sure that it's inspired action. Time after time after time, people are just like, they're acting out of scarcity. And I mean, you can't really blame yourself, right? You're like, well, what am I trying? I'm just trying to do everything. I'm trying to pawn off this. I'm trying to call this person to make a sale. I'm just, just doing whatever. And I understand that hype, that just freaking out stage. But understand that, yes, like if you pound and drill away, like it can yield results, it can, but the universe loves you, and it is a good, like, think of it like a sweet grandma that just loves you and wants to give everything to you and just wants to make things as easy as possible for you. Regardless of what you feel like right now, that is the universe. And so as long as you trust the universe, if you have a hard time doing that, I created a video yesterday. I'll put the link above, a little thing clicky or underneath, I don't know. You guys will see it, so you can watch that if you're having trouble with that. But as long as you trust the universe and keep a clear, open mind and remaining faithful that, hey, like, I know I'll be able to get what I want without having to make myself miserable, without having to make it super hard for me. I just know it's coming. I have belief and certainty. You are then going to receive just random impulses. And it might not seem like the answer. Like, you might be like, oh, I just really want to go drive to the store. And you'd be like, well, I really need money. Why would I go to the store and spend money if, that doesn't make sense? But if you just have a weird impulse and maybe you might not be able to explain it, but it just feels right. You just feel like you got an impulse. You want to follow that, because inspired action will never, ever, ever let you down. Inspired action is a gift from the universe so that you aren't running around like a mad, crazy person. Inspired action is meant to speed up the process for you and make your path enjoyable. You want to develop, number one, in order to receive inspired action, you want to develop the faith and certainty that the universe works for you and in your benefit, and it's always here for you. And as long as you are grounded in an open-minded state and have that faith, like, you're going to receive inspired action all day long. But you can't receive inspired action if you are stressed out, if you're not having faith, if you are just simply re-exposing yourself to reality. That's why I always say, like, yes, you have to go and drive your car and get from place to place and talk to people and maybe look at your bank statement, and you're getting slapped in the face all day long with reality. But this is why I always say, study the laws of the universe, because being delusional works in your favor. The second you decide, guys, that this is not for me, this is what I'm choosing, the universe shifts. It shifts in that direction. Law of attraction teaches us that it is inevitable. Whatever vibration you're giving off, your thoughts, feelings, emotions, actions are attracting in your reality, are attracting in and giving off exactly what you are feeling. Law of correspondence teaches us too. As above, so below. As within, so without. So whenever you consciously make that choice, that shift, that the universe works for me, I have faith, I have certainty, I know this is working for me, you will receive inspired action. And you will not only receive inspired action, but you'll notice that the whole way onto getting that, receiving that manifestation, you are feeling much more fulfilled. You are feeling much more alive. You are being live. That's why we call it Be Live. You feel fulfilled and alive. So you're enjoying the journey 100%. Like, yes, you're going to experience some contrast on the way, but that just helps you, that helps you create some clarity on how to decipher of the things you don't want so that you can create more of the things you do want. But overall, like, you're going to be much more happier. It's not just about getting it, it's about enjoying the experience. So when you follow inspired action, you not only following inspired action, but develop that faith and certainty behind putting the action in, you're just going to love life so much more, in addition to getting your results. And that's what it's really about. I love to teach you guys about getting results, but I love teaching you guys about really enjoying it the whole time, because I know how it feels to be like, oh, I'm waiting. Like, you deserve to live like life fulfilled, not just moments fulfilled, life fulfilled. So if you're having struggle being grounded, being in that receiving mode, like always, I'm going to attach the Be Live Energy Daily Checklist. It's a checklist I created that is just little things you can do throughout the day. You can do them really fast. You can spend all day on them. It's flexible for whoever you are, wherever you are. I made something for everybody in the checklist for you to follow to maintain your energy so that you are in a grounded state. You can then think clearly and receive inspired actions so that you are no longer wasting time and effort. I know so many times, not only do people, feel they lose faith and they get beat up and they go in a downward spiral with their life, but then they then start to, when they're not getting the results they want from action. But then what happens is people start to resist action, and then they think of themselves as lazy. And my friend, I understand where you're coming from, but I want to remind you that you're not lazy. You're not lazy. The only reason why you are resisting action right now is because your inner being knows that you can be doing so much more with less effort if you were to just follow inspired action and strengthen your belief system. Because whatever you're doing now is wasted effort, and your inner being, your intuition knows that. And so, my friend, you're not lazy. You will do whatever it takes, and you're hardworking, and you are passionate about the things that you love and that you're meant for. But right now you are just you're not believing that because of the evidence you've allowed yourself to dwell on. So do yourself the favor today to maintain your energy. Go back, realign it. Like I said, the checklist is going to be in the description for you guys, but also do some things today to just strengthen your belief system. Look for evidence on the ways that the universe has provided for you in the past. If you're having a hard time right now, just ask other people how they've known that, abundance has showed up for them, or how the universe or God or whatever you want to call it has come up for them. Just look for evidence somewhere, because the more you show your brain evidence, the more you are going to focus on that, and what you focus on grows. So I love you guys so much. The time has come, like I said, for you to stop wasting effort, stop wasting energy, and getting burnt out and just feeling like icky, like low on energy, all that stuff. You guys deserve to be live. So, like I said, for the second time, because I just want to say it again, I love you guys so much. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend so we can help raise the consciousness and help our fellow friends out. And as always, guys, dream big, live large, be live. I'll see you tomorrow.